30 minutes of friends talk about everything that matters to women. Welcome to the lounge.
And it's not about you, it's about how people perceive you. But I think I just grew up to think that it might be the opposite, but then it became a debatable thing where I sometimes dress for myself, sometimes I dress for the others, depending on the occasion, of course. So what do you guys think?
Well, it depends. Like starting from when I agree with what happened with you, especially when it comes into being race. My mom always used to let me wear for others, especially when it comes into occasions like Eid, specific, let's say, very straightforward occasions. But when it comes into reaching towards nowadays, I mean, I started to dress up depending on where am I going to go. Like for instance, for my job, working as a teacher, now this is something very effective that you have to wear something that suits the work, and also you have different students who are looking up for you. So if you wear a certain thing, you will provoke something, especially for their teen life, in a way that could be negative in a way. So you have to always wear appropriate towards where you are actually standing and working. And reaching to that, I always wear something that I really love. I don't wear something that it should really represent the job, but you know, in the end, I wear something that really shows my identity, my thoughts, who am I in a way. But when it comes into job interviews, especially when you are getting a higher position, I remember when I entered the exam, and especially the interview for an HOD, I passed the questions on the computer, but I had to pass the interview. I remember I were dressed up for them to impress. Like, this is me, this is how I look like if I'm going to be an HOD, just like me for who I am. And this is something that I would never do. Like, I never dressed up for my interview as a teacher. I never dressed up for any kind of interviews. But when it came for my promotion, for this position, I killed for it. I was like, I'll just wear the suit, the outfit that it will fit, and I will impress you guys just for the promotion. Which I really did.
For sure. That's very smart. Honestly, I would do that too. But let me explain to you my side of the story. So at work, I always have to dress for other people. So in my personal life, I'm dressing for me. Okay, so I have a little example for you. You know, women that go to, for example, a brand trying to buy something, so they try to dress a certain way to be offered that item, you know, trying to look classy, trying to look whatever, wearing their most expensive things. For me, I'm gonna walk in the messiest possible way ever. I'm gonna walk in the way I wanna dress that day, you know. If I'm in a homeless outfit mood, I am gonna wear that, to be completely honest. So I have learned to dress completely for me, not for my friends, not for anyone I'm seeing or meeting or whatever it is. And that's when I'm most confident. So let's say I'm dressing for others, my confidence is not going to be here. So you're not going to get the authentic me. You're not going to get me for real, right? So I have learned to always just dress for me, whatever I want to wear, no matter where I'm going. Even if it's a dinner, if I want to go all out, I'm going to go all out, even if the place doesn't allow me to go all out. Same thing, if I want to be casual in a formal setting, I will do it. If it's not work, no one can tell me anything.
Honestly, I agree 100%, because the only thing that I can like not really debate on is work. So right here where you get restricted, you know, because they do have dress codes, they do have policies, and also even like in maybe like weddings or somewhere where they do have dress code, you need to stick to it. Other than that, enjoy it, express, go all out, you know. I think, but also I feel like you need to be respectful to the surroundings. That's the only thing that I would say regarding wearing whatever you want. That's like, for me, respecting others is very important. Other than that, go all out, wear whatever you want, enjoy it.
Exactly. I always say respect the place you're in, the country, the occasion. Even like, for example, the restaurant, the mall, whatever it is, but be yourself. Wear whatever that expresses the true, authentic you. And don't worry too much about what's happening around you, honestly, because I feel like we spent our childhoods being dressed by our mothers, you know, and having the perfect Eid outfit and having all of that. Now it's our time to basically dress the way we want to.
Yeah, I totally agree. I mean, as long as we find the balance, this is the most important thing, is to always find yourself, always feel happy and free to wear whatever you like. But of course, don't forget that there's a standard and limits when it comes into presenting yourself, and just enjoy, you know. You're gonna live life once. Just enjoy, never regret. Like, a lot of us would actually wear something that really says a lot about ourselves for this year, but then next year you think about what you actually wore and you be like, how did I do that?
Wear that?
Like, how did I actually manage to think that was it, you know, that was the hub? But yet again, it's something that depends on each individual. And how about we take a quick break after that, and then we'll continue a different topic.
So there's two materials that usually, you know, it's heavily used when it comes to women's clothing, which is satin and silk. One is synthetic, I'm understanding, which is satin, and then silk is more of a natural, very expensive fabric. Personally, I know the difference, but I don't care for the difference, and I feel like there's a time and place for each.
Yeah.
But I want to know, what do you ladies think of the materials? Do you care? Can you tell the difference?
Yeah, I think satin is like the broke version of silk, and usually that's what I can afford because silk is just expensive, but also you cannot really wear it anywhere. Like, even if let's just say you went for a wedding and you want to wear like a silky dress, I don't even think it would work for like a wedding in Kuwait, because I would think of it as like somewhere beachy or like somewhere it's spring and the wind it hits you and it's moving the dress, and it has to be dramatic. But like, it doesn't really work in here, so that's the reason why I'm like, I'm gonna stick to my satin.
Yeah, to be honest, I'm one of the person that never understands the word fabric. Like, what is this and what is that? Like, I'm the last one. So what I actually tend to do is, especially when I'm online shopping, is I look at the outfit. Is it really beautiful? Then I'll purchase it.
Yeah.
And I don't really know about the fabric. Never ever have I ever even looked at that kind of section where it, let's say, address the fabric. So speaking about that, so having this was something that I would never do if it was for real shopping. Like, if I was in the store and I would sense the fabric, I wouldn't buy it, because it's never going to be something that I feel comfortable on wearing. But because I purchased it online and I paid for it, so I'm forced to wear it.
You're gonna wear it.
So in the end, you know, it's very challenging because a lot of us don't really understand the difference. And I'm one of the people that have and face this kind of issue, is because you never know what's really actually good. Sometimes you buy because you like what you're seeing, not thinking about the consequences of wearing it. Like wearing satin in summer, I mean, it's so difficult because you're gonna sweat, and when you sweat, it's gonna appear when it comes into the outfit itself. So it's very challenging. But yet again, people sometimes don't really think about it. They think of how it actually looks when I wear it, thinking about that certain time, certain occasion, not thinking of something actually that develops the situation as well. So to me, the most difficult thing is I don't really know about the fabrics.
I think you just have like, you just gotta understand yourself, and that's about it. So if you know it's summer and like satin doesn't really work in summer, you can just wear like something that is like sleeveless, and then you wear like a blazer on top or something. So usually that's what I do, because like satin, it is really nice. It looks chic, even though it's a cheap brand again, but it looks chic and it looks really elegant, and it does elevate the look so much. And they come with like so many beautiful colors that you can like manipulate with. So for me, I always wear it as a base, and then I would just wear like on top of it blazers and it's sleeveless. So it's more of what can you manipulate, what can you like play with.
Exactly.
You know what I mean?
I've noticed all the tops, or most of them that I wear under my blazers, are a satin material. But honestly, there was this one top that I bought that's very similar to my cami under blazer tops. That was silk. And honestly, it's so much work to take care of it. It was really expensive. When I bought it, I was way younger, so I didn't even know the difference and why it's expensive, but I liked it and I bought it. And I noticed I never grabbed for it, because as soon as I spray on perfume, and we all know how much I spray on perfume, it's stained. You know, it needs to go to the dry cleaners. It can't just go to, you know, your local dry cleaners. It needs to go to like a good one, and then you're spending a lot of money on it getting dry cleaned. Even if you're steaming it, it could start bubbling up. It's like a whole situation. So yes, satin is the cheaper version, but it's also the more convenient version, and I've learned that over time. So now I kind of avoid silk. We have this toxic relationship, to be completely honest.
I get it though. Because like, we don't want something that is high maintenance. You want something that is low maintenance. At the end of the day, it's just a piece of cloth that you're wearing. And I generally just want to take things and put them in the automatic machine, and I don't want people to discuss it with me. So if silk has to be like all extra and I have to go all out in washing it, I'm not washing it for anything. And the reality is I'm gonna stick to my satin again. But then here's the thing, you want to wear, we live in a world where it's super fast, and there's always like fast fashion, you know what I mean? things are like you just buy and then you get rid of. And even like if you go for a high end, they're not really great quality anyways.
Yeah, so
and they're gonna like fall apart.
Yeah.
So might as well just go stick to the satin, and let's just stick to this and then go for a quick break, and we'll be right back.
I feel like each and every one of us has the signature thing that she leaves the house with. And for example, if I'm missing that thing and I'm out and you ladies are with me, I'll know who to ask for what. Like, I'll know, for example, Hiba will have the randomest things in her bag, so I can ask her for something random, you know. I'm not sure what you would have, Fawzia, but I know personally that I would always have medication on me. So headache pills, nausea pills, so any type of pills, you will find them with me, right? Oh, even, what is it called? I tend to sneeze a lot because of the weather. I have pills for that too. So antihistamine pills. That's my thing. That's my comfort thing. And I know if I leave my house with all these things, I'm good to go. No matter what happens.
I don't have anything. I just want, if I'm leaving, I'm leaving. You know what I mean? And that's the reason why I'm staying in the house again. Because like, no, but like reality is I genuinely don't have anything to carry on with. Like I don't care. I reached the point where like I have detachment issues, and that's the reason why I just leave things behind.
Interesting.
Exactly. But like when I was younger, I used to have like this like a bracelet and an anklet that it's like my comfort. I can never leave the house without them, because it's just, I think for me, that I am just obsessed with, and I like to copy like my grandma. So for me, it's like comfort. So I know I have her with me if I'm wearing it. Now that I'm older, actually I'll take it back, my piercings, because I have piercings. I would never change them. They're always there. And I know if I took one out, I can never leave the house. You can never catch me leaving the house without them. I gotta have them like full set.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, to be honest, because I carry these small bags when it comes into outdoors activities, so the most important thing that I keep with me is a hairbrush.
Okay.
So everyone, whoever, let's say, has any difficulty with their hair, my hairbrush is always there. So immediately just open my bag and take the hairbrush out. And I used to have this one that was very tiny, but then someone in the set actually ordered for me because he noticed that I comb my hair between time and time. So he bought for me this kind of brush that's wide, and there's the ones that comes a very thin line one. So they're all compact together, so that if I want just to frizzy my hair, so I have it. If I just want to comb it easily, there it is. So to me, I think it's always my hairbrush. One of the things also aside to it is they always know if they are out with me, they're never a lack of cash. So if God forbid they got their cash with them, and because what they do is, some of my friends, that they take all of their money out of the bank and keep it at home, and then they take their own needs for the day. So sometimes we end up let's say in lack of money. So they always know that if anything happens, Hiba's there. She's gonna help us with the cash and so yeah.
At least now I know, because you will never catch me dead with cash. Like, I don't deal with cash. I don't play with cash. Cash annoys me. I actually have cash in my bag right now because I returned something and they gave me the money in cash, and I think it's been there for 3 weeks, you know. And every time, like for example, I'd go down to the convenience store, I'd be picking up something, I'd be like, I'm gonna use the cash to get rid of it. We want to get rid of the cash. And then I just end up tapping my phone. Right. So I feel like for me, if I ever need to save money, would be taking everything out in cash, putting it in my bag. Even if I put the whole amount, I'm going to be lazy to use it. I'm never going to buy anything, not even water.
Can you imagine?
You know, my mom, she does the same. She loves cash, and she, not for the sake of like it's easier to use cash, but it's more of she needs to like tip someone, or she needs to like to get water or something. She always has cash on her. I just don't even. I don't even notice my wallet. You know, sometimes I have it, sometimes I don't. And I think I just reached the point in my life where I'm telling you, I'm just creating this detachment solution for myself to just detach from everything and just move on with my life. And that is dangerous zone. Let's not do that because it scares us. But other than that, I think it's also when people carry something with them, it's more of a comfort thing. So if you're carrying like your cash on you, it's more of like safety. My mom, she feels safe when she has cash on her, even though she has her Canon card. You know, if you're wearing your bracelet, for me, it's more of like a comfort thing. If I'm wearing my piercings, I feel comfortable. I feel safe.
Yeah.
So I think it's like when you're attached to something fully, then it's more of coming from a safety and a comfort than anything else. But yeah.
Well, I have this cousin that I always go out with, and I always remember if I need any sanitizers, any tissue, any wet napkin, she's always the right person to ask. Like, I'd be like, I need a tissue, I need a napkin, I did this and that. So she's always full up with all of these, let's say, essentials. But yet again, each individual, I'm very sure, has their own, let's say, landmark when it comes into all of their essentials. And speaking about that, how about we take this quick break?
Ladies, you know when you wake up and you have so many lines on your face, I think they're called sleep wrinkles. I get really annoyed. My day is ruined from the start if I wake up with them. So I found ways to avoid them, of course, because I'm crazy like that. And I have gotten to the point where my tips and tricks I take with me around the world, even if I'm traveling, going to a hotel, just to avoid these sleep wrinkles. So before I talk about what they are, I want to know, do you have those tips and tricks? Do you care for that? Do you care about sleep wrinkles, or is it just me?
I'm okay with sleep wrinkles. I actually never thought that they are actually called sleep wrinkles.
Same.
Like, it's the first time me hearing about them. To be honest, like, when it comes into sleeping, especially when you have two kids, it's very difficult because, to me, I always like to keep them next to me, and I'm a very early sleeper, so I sleep before my kids. So I have this area at home that's very kids friendly. It's full of their toys, TV is there, and a very big huge couch that actually everyone could actually sleep. So what we tend to do is, you know, I tend to leave them, they're actually playing. I'm not saying that they're staying up to 12 a.m., but when it comes into, let's say, 10 p.m., like, I would sleep and doze off before them on the couch. So, and I'm a very heavy sleeper. So my husband comes, was like, Hiba, wake up. It's time to go to your room. I can't move. I don't feel anything. So you'll find out my kids are all around me when it comes into the couch. So I sleep up to the morning, and then when I wake up, there are the sleep wrinkles. We actually see the trace of the couch on your face.
You see the whole design.
Exactly. And mine, let me tell you, it has lots of stripes that actually, like, maybe 5 lines on my face. And I'd be like, you know what? It's fine. I'll apply makeup, and it's just gonna go through the day. And it's very amazing to see them stay over an hour, and so that people will immediately know, oh my God, you're still having your sleepy face and you're coming to work. And I'm like, yeah, I wouldn't mind them saying that, because you can see the trace of everything on my face. It's like a map. Where did you sleep?
It's so true.
Where have you slept yesterday? On the couch.
On the couch, it's clear.
Yeah, the thing is, I didn't even like realize that they would last for a really long time.
Yeah.
I remember when I was younger, I used to have them a lot because I sleep anywhere.
Of course.
It could be the floor, it could be anywhere. I swear, the garden, you will see me there. And it was.
I still do that, by the way. I sleep everywhere, anywhere.
I'm very specific. It's either my bed or the couch, and even the couch, I have my own pillows there.
Right.
Yeah,
so I'm not worried. Yeah, because I'm not worried. And like, even when I get the lines, they used to not last that long because I didn't sleep for that long. I think it depends on like the duration, how like harsh the shapes or like the materials are on your skin. But I stopped. The only thing that I've realized is I get these wrinkles from the accessories that I have on.
Yes. Okay.
So whenever falling asleep, I'm taking everything out, even though I don't want to, and I'm too tired. For example, I don't have time to take them out. I will tell my sister, I'm like, whenever you see me falling asleep, take them out.
Exactly.
I'm not discussing things with you. Just take them out happily, and I will not discuss it. If you want to take it later, you can borrow it, and that's how you you technically discuss the whole thing with her. But like, she would do that, and that's about it. I got rid of this issue. I've never had it ever since I started doing that, like having my pillows and then changing my bracelets and everything.
Definitely. Before I get into what I do to avoid the wrinkles on my face when I wake up, I am someone that takes off her jewelry as soon as I get home, and my friend is the complete opposite, and she tries to convince me to keep them on because they're my everyday pieces. And I'm like, but how? How do you wake up? Because I know I have my arms around my face. It's gonna imprint, it's gonna annoy me. She's like, yeah, sometimes I wake up with my whole watch imprinted on my face. And I'm like, wait, that would drive me insane.
But why would you sleep with your watch?
Exactly. I think she has issues. So I'm sticking to my opinion. We're gonna be team take off your jewelry.
Yeah.
But ladies, I think it was 7 years ago that I completely switched to silk pillowcases. I might not wear silk, I might not care for silk, but when it comes to my pillowcase, it's gonna be silk.
Yeah.
It's going to be the best silk out there. It's not going to be random silk. I'm not going to take satin. So that's how I wake up with no imprints on my face.
Wow.
I am not angry. My day's not ruined. And let's take a quick break.
So when it comes into wearing different outfits, sometimes people tend to wear the outfit again. Like if you wear it at night, you can wear it in the morning, especially that the people that you've been associated with at night are very different than the ones in the morning. So some people say this is something creative. Some people say this is something that shows that you're a very lazy person. So it depends and varies from a person to another perspective. So how do you feel about that?
I think it could be both, but I also think it's smart. You could be like lazy about it, true, but it's also really smart because you're saving time. You are like, usually they say the rich bosses that are out there, who own like the biggest companies, they usually wear the same thing over and over and over again for the whole week. Yeah. And again, it saves a lot of time, it saves a lot of money, and you know what you wear. At least you're using everything in your closet. And yeah, and plus you look professional. If you're wearing the same thing and it looks put together and looks professional, then why not? And again, you have a preference. It makes you feel good.
Yeah.
What's the problem?
Well, my biggest issue is getting ready for TV and clothes for work. You know, we film a really big number of episodes every week, and it means that I need to have endless amounts of outfits. So I kind of have this go-to basic uniform, and I just change different blazers, and I keep buying blazers every single week. But for example, the pants I'm in, I think I have over 15, definitely more than 15 pairs in different lengths, sizes. You know, some I have shortened, some are longer for the higher heels, for the shorter heels, if I just want to be in flats. Different materials, same exact style from the same store, something that has more stretch and give to it, something that has less give to it, and it's my go-to. And you know what, whenever I change out of it and I end up wearing different types of trousers, I just feel lost, because these are the only pants that work with an oversized blazer, with the tight blazer, with a shirt, with just anything under the sun. With trousers, I know that, okay, these are my options, and I can only wear fitted blazers or waisted blazers and all of that. So I do kind of have a uniform. I definitely do. Same thing with my black camisoles. I don't think I know how many I have at this point, and it's my go-to.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna lie, if I do buy a blazer, for example, if I ended up really liking this one, being very comfortable in it, if they release it in more colors, I'm getting it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's smart though.
Yeah.
For me, I do with the trousers as well.
Yeah.
I love these trousers. They're very comfortable. They're really great. And it's my favorite thing ever. And now I promoted it so much to my sister that she was wearing literally the same trousers but different size, unfortunately, because I would have took that too.
Yeah, of course.
But the thing is, I just like them, and that's the reason why I would buy 2 or 3 in black, and then I would get creative with the colors. Whatever color they have, I will buy it, and I will take it. And thank you very much, because again, it could be lazy, but for me, it's coming out of that I'm really happy with it, that I feel so good in it, that it makes me feel good. Yeah. Exactly, it fits well. I don't need to like alter it, so, like any point of it. It's perfect to me, and that's the reason why I promote it, and that's the reason why I keep going forward. And you would see, if you notice, most of my outfits, it's literally the same pants, but I keep on changing it, or changing the color, or technically not even the size somewhere. The size is going up all the way up.
All the way up.
But other than that, exactly. But other than that, I think it's not lazy. It is smart, and again, I am comfortable and I love it. So why not?
Yeah, I feel it's like how to creatively be lazy in a way, you know? Because to me, I would always do this. So I go outside, I wear an outfit, I like it so much, and especially if it's a Sunday morning. So I tend to go out Saturday wearing this outfit. I feel it's fine, it's fit, nothing happened to it. So I leave it on the side. Waking up in the morning, if I feel I got the energy, then I'm gonna do a new outfit. But if I don't, I'll just wear yesterday's outfit and just leave for the work, because in the end, something maybe let's say wore it for a couple of hours, nothing happened to it, it's still clean and new, and you can actually wear it. To me, it's always the Saturday night outfit repeated on Sunday morning. And because I tend to do this, I don't really post everything immediately. So I take time when it comes into posting. So I would actually save every Saturday's outing post and leave it for the next day. So if I'm going to wear the outfit, no one will never know.
Exactly. No one will never know it's a different day. I really love that, honestly. And yeah, let's normalize re-wearing your outfit. Seriously, even if it's the day before, who cares? You're not going to the same place. You're not seeing
As
the
long
same
as you
people.
smell good.
Exactly.
Thank you.
As long as it's clean, why not? To be completely honest. And I truly believe in that. We buy our clothes to wear them.
But you know what? I think it's just like, it is smart. And going for the basics, even though they look all similar, just like playing with it throughout the week, because it's easier to like match with the basics. So that's why I go for the same thing over and over again, and that's why I stick to black a lot, and that's why I stick to white a lot.
Right.
Because it's easy to match things out. So you would most probably think that I'm wearing the same outfit, but it's really not.
Yeah.
It's really not.
Yeah.
And that's the reason why I do think it's smart. And I'm saving a lot of time because I wouldn't leave the house if I don't like my outfit. So keeping the same basics, keeping the same trousers, similar ones, it saves a lot of time.
Exactly. Yeah. And I feel like the best moment in life for me is when I find these leggings on sale. I'm buying 20. You know, that's what I always do. But honestly, let's be smart, a bit lazy, whatever it is, as long as we keep pushing. But ladies, that's...
So in a world where practicality is taken over, we're all like wearing shoes and we're all about it because comfort is key. I feel like we forgot about heels. I miss wearing heels. And now when we look at someone wearing heels in a coffee shop or somewhere, we would question it. We're judging hard too. But why not? I miss them. I miss the old golden days. So what do you think?
Yeah, like when it comes into work, especially in the morning as a teacher, one of the most important things that they emphasize is don't wear heels, because you're going to move from a class to another and you don't want to make that kind of sound that, let's say, distract the students in a way, especially when it's a very quiet area and you're walking towards your class. Everyone in different class will be looking at the door who is actually walking. And having that said, we have this day at school where we actually sit in the office of the vice principal. We start checking everyone, helping the vice principal when it comes into teachers who are attending, teachers who are absent, and dividing class and so. So one of the things that I tend to do is on that particular day, I always choose unconsciously wearing a high heel.
Wow.
So everyone be like, you are going to do a lot of work and you're wearing a high heel. I'm like, yes, so what? It's just a normal day. It's okay to wear a high heel. I end up walking a lot, feeling tired, but yet that ego, because you're wearing that high heel ego, I can do it even if I'm wearing a high heel.
It gives you the push.
I agree with you when you say, so what if we're wearing high heels? We can manage to do it.
Yeah.
Definitely. I never like to give in to the idea that high heels are uncomfortable. Again, my first pair ever were the most famous brand for being uncomfortable. So after that, anything else is comfortable. No matter what the pain level is, I am good, I'm okay. But I feel like it is not acceptable anymore to be in your heels all the time. Hence, we got used to being in our flats. We kind of forgot about our heels. And now we're judging people.
100%.
Even at dinner, sometimes I'm like, does the occasion call for heels? You know what I mean?
Yeah, I do.
Although before you would go grab coffee in heels. Unfortunately, my generation would be in heels at university.
Oh yeah.
So yeah, exactly. Now
you know what?
We don't really do that anymore.
You know what? I had a girl back in uni, and she was like half Mexican. She's Kuwaiti, and the Latina in her, she was wearing heels everywhere,
every day,
and I loved it. And I loved it. She made statement every single day, and we all questioned what was going on. We're like, yeah, please, let's not do that. But now, until this day, I saw her somewhere. And she was generally wearing heels still. And it's like the same, but it's her. It's who she is as a person.
Identity, yeah.
And like you can judge as much as you want. She doesn't care. Again, she's Latina.
Right.
She doesn't really care, it's who she is. And I love how she's celebrating it. But and she embraces the femininity of it, because till this day, I still talk about her. My friends still talk about her.
That's amazing.
And we don't even talk about who she is as a character, because we don't really know her, but it's more of what she looked like and the aesthetic of it, like the heels and everything. And I'm really obsessed.
Yeah, I totally agree with you. I mean, I only emphasize, or let's say talk about people or criticize people are the only high school grads with their high heel walking on their graduation, because you're very terrified, because you see how thin their high heel is and how shaky they are. And it's very uncomfortable, but yet they're actually mastering it. They're wearing a high heel on their graduation day, which is something very important. So with that being said, how about we wrap this episode?